My name is Gail Fritz, and I live right here in Springfield. I have three sons, Barney, Dan, Andy, and I loved being the mother of three sons. That was so much fun because I loved everything that boys do. How rough they are, and have so many stories about when they were little, and a girl would not have survived, okay? But Dan was the middle, and I'm his mother. He was... The middle child, I think, is usually like that. The oldest one makes the rules. The middle one is why the rules were made. And the youngest one, he doesn't go by any rules. And that's pretty much what it was. Dan was unique. All of them were unique, but Dan was unique in that you kind of had to be careful what mood he was in. And if he got in a mood, you could not talk him out of it. That was it. He was just like, like that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we called him King Danny because he ran the house as far as everybody was concerned. But he was a fun child. He was funny and he was fun. And I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with all the boys, but I had a lot of fun with Dan. If I took him shopping and I would suggest something to him and it wasn't what he wanted, then he would get, snooty-nosed. And I would be like, okay, we'll go back and get that other one, okay? No, it was too late then. Once he crossed the line, he would not go back to being in a good mood. That was it. But he made people happy. He made us laugh. We were funny. We were a funny family, really. We could sit around the table just by ourselves, even like at a wedding reception or something like that, and entertain ourselves without including anybody else and crack ourselves up all the time making fun of each other, which was one of our best ways to cope. We had lessons to learn like everybody else, but at the bottom of it, we knew we loved each other. We knew we'd take care of each other. We knew we had each other's back all the time. Music was huge in the house. And it wasn't because of me. It was because of their father. He always had music on in the house. Saturday was breakfast music. And that's when they could all dance around to silly songs by Tom T. Hall or somebody like that. But always music was huge in the house. And they all developed a love and appreciation for music. It is at the backbone of their lives. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils was a big part of our music ensemble. There were favorites that we had. Tom T. Hall had a children's album that he did a bunch of funny little songs on. But the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, they were a wonderful group to listen to. They made you feel happy inside. Their music made you feel happy. I love the harmonica. I love the violin or fiddle, which is probably how they referred to it as. I love that combination, and I just love their sound. I never got tired of it. I've traveled a lot of times to see them at different places if I could get to it. One time I saw them on a farm. We were all out in a field, had to bring your own lawn chair, and they just set up and played, and everybody just had a great time. But their music makes you feel like everything is just gonna be all right. Not hard, it's not soapy, it's just makes you feel good inside. So we listen to a lot of Daredevil music, and I still do. I still love them after all of these years. They never get old to me. One of my favorite Daredevil memories that I'll never forget, and I'm so glad that I have it, right here. A friend of mine, Jack Deiger, used to say, I got it right here, is a memory about when the kids were little. On Saturday mornings, we would have breakfast music. Their dad would put on music that was something the kids could relate to, Sneaky Snake and all of those kind of songs. And also the Daredevils. They were so easy to dance to, We'd pull the chairs back in the dining room from the dining room table. It was oval, like an oval maple table. And they'd be in their underwear and one of them would be in a diaper. And we would listen to Chicken Train, and they would all march around the table the whole time the song was playing. That was almost like a tradition. Every Saturday morning, I'd get up and they'd be downstairs, and we had 3 registers in the dining room, and each one would be sitting on a register so they could be warm. And then we'd get the breakfast music going and dance in the morning. And so the Daredevils have made a lot of wonderful memories for me. They've been a very important part of my life. They really have. They have taught me so many things, and they've given me so many good memories. So it was so much fun when the Unsung Dreamers did their podcast of John Dillon. And I got to be here during that podcast. I got to speak to him. He came in and hugged me, and it just made me feel so good, because little does he know, he's been a big part of my life. With my children over the years, there are some songs that when they start playing, I just close my eyes because I have to listen to the whole song. That was thrilling to meet him during the podcast, and he's such a genuine, and he's such a gentleman. He just makes you feel good. He's one of those people that makes you feel good. So it was really, really a thrill for me to meet him. When Abraham Lincoln was in the White House, he had 2 of his sons that lived in the White House, Tad and Willie. And Willie loved the national band. I forget what they're called. They have a specific name. It's the band that only plays for the president. And they would practice on the lawn of the White House. And his son Willie would say to his father, "Pa, they make me thrill." I always felt like that. Like when I'd meet John Dillon or I'd listen to their songs, they made me thrill. They had a way of like healing my inner soul, of just kind of like stroking me and saying, "You're going to be fine, Gail, you're going to be fine." They had that way of calming me with their music, because it was really important to me. I'll tell you what I love most about the Unsung Dreamers is I see musicians all over Springfield. I've been to a lot of shows. I'm friends with a lot of artists, but I don't really know who they are. We say hello. Sometimes they hug me. Sometimes they'll call me Mama Gail, and they're all so sweet to me. But I don't know their story. And so I'll listen to their stories on the Unsung Dreamers, and I find out all kinds of things about them that I never dreamed that they went through or they participated in or any of that stuff. And it's just fascinating to me to listen to the stories of some of these performers, their hardships, their victories, all of that kind of personal stuff. I really like hearing about all of that.
Oh, freaking teared me up. I was trying not to go in the middle of that. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, good.
One time I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about Machine Gun Symphony, and they referred to Dan as Chef Christ, and I said, who is Chef Christ? And they said, well, that's what the band used to call him. And I said, oh, I thought they used to call him Asshole.
That's good. Good.